to my live stream. Don't say maybe. It never ends till you go crazy with me. Oh, 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 oh. I'm just a streaming dirtbag, baby. Come to my live stream. Don't say maybe. It never ends till you go crazy with me. Oh, 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 oh. I'm just a streaming dirtbag, baby. Come to my live stream. Don't say maybe. It never ends till you go crazy with me. Oh, 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 oh. I'm just a streaming dirtbag, baby. Come to my live stream. Don't say maybe. It never ends till you go crazy with me. Oh, 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 oh.
It's the anti-checker.
We will return to your scheduled programming shortly, or we are currently experiencing technical difficulty.
Okay, let's see if we can get it to work this time. And yes, I know I'm not muted this time, so don't even try to pull a fast one on me. So this time around, Kronos was first. Mr. Miles says first. Kronos says first again. Commander Strand says hello. Wesley says shut up, everyone. No, it's shut up, Wesley. DJ says no. 47 Yorktown says hi. Bradley says up, y'all. Kronos says not this song again. Not Ryan Johnson says never first. Benny Hooker says hello. Wagyu says rest in peace indeed. Jeff Franklin says hi, Anti-Checker. Kronos says Cree. Richie Poole says yes. Resolute says evil, absolutely evil. Yes, that's true. Now, before I, so here's the thing. That's the chat from the, I think that's from the first one. All right, I'm just gonna, this is such a mess. I'm just gonna skip ahead to right now. And we'll move forward because I'm confused as all heck. Now, Bird of Prey was saying WTF. Now, Bird, I actually have something special I want to show you. Let me switch to my other screen here. This is what you do, Bird. I know that you were struggling with it a little bit, but you find a video that has what you need, and then you watch it. And I did this before I put up my R.I.P. video earlier today, because René has a very difficult last name to pronounce. So what do? You find a video of René himself. You can see him right there. And this was just a couple of years ago. And you listen.
Hi, this is René Auberjonois.
Okay, so then I just stopped and I would like repeat that.
This is René Auberjonois.
And over and over so I could say René Auberjonois. René Auberjonois. And so once I got that, then I immediately recorded the video so that I could try to pronounce it right. So that's the secret, Bird. Just do that the next time you have to. You actually played that video on the live stream. You still can't pronounce it? Really? Well, then there's no hope for you, Bird. I'm trying to help you out. Bird. Oh, man. So, Kronos says unmute. I remember this time. Matt John says this sucks. René was the voice actor for Razel in The Legacy of Kain. I didn't know that. Let's see if we can get it to work this time, says the frustrated wife. Bob Seymour says howdy. Trek 95 is here saying hey. Kronos says we have a lot of watchers really fast. Yeah, we kind of did. That was kind of surprising. But like Bird was talking about how Sunday nights are actually a good time to stream, and that's kind of true. That's why I'm thinking seriously of doing a joint stream with Bird on Sundays. I think that'd be kind of fun. And we could alternate whose channel it's on or something like that. I think that could be cool. DJ says, Bird did play that during a stream, still messed up. Yeah, that's incredible. Bird says, but I didn't know he died when I started streaming. Yeah, I figured as much, because I believe, if I remember correctly, when you started streaming, Bird, I was working on my Wonder Woman video. And then, thank you to Mr. Miles. Mr. Miles caught the news flash that Renee had passed away. So he told me on Skype. So I just dropped the Wonder Woman video and immediately started working on the other one. And I happened to notice that your stream changed names. So, yeah. And so he just wanted to say Alder Benoit balls. Yeah, he did. You can tell. Track 95 says, we all love Bird, but he is hopeless. That is true. Bleeding Me Dry Entertainment says, may Renee rest in peace. I'm not going to try. I know I stumble over his last name, so I'm not going to butcher it. But may Renee rest in peace. He led a wonderful life. He absolutely did. And, and that's why I said in my video, I don't consider it a tragedy. 79 is not super duper young. All right. So, I know some people, oh, you're too young, Look, realistically, 79, 80 years old, that's the ages of Renee and DC and Mr. Walker. They lived a full life, all three of them. And it's sad that they're gone, but it's not tragic that they're gone. What's tragic, if anything, is just how much we will miss them. And Bird said, I'm down. Well, of course you're down. You're a bird. Joint stream. Well, yeah, it'd be nice if I could have a joint stream, but that's not legal in my state. Darth Revan says, LOL, you should try pronouncing Irish last names. No, thank you. I know I would kill it. Well, not kill it in a good way. Kill it in a you know what I mean. Are you gonna have others in the stream? Probably. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like have different people in the nerd community rotate in and out and stuff. And all you guys, like you, DJ, you could absolutely be on the stream. We get Vile Mike and the Vile Child on, get all sorts of people on. I think it could be a lot of fun if we do that as a regular Sunday night thing. Now, here's the catch, though. I don't know what my schedule's going to be come January. And so, and that's the thing that I really got to worry about is so when January rolls around, I'm supposed to go back to work on January 3rd. I don't know at all what my schedule will be because we're in a new shift bid period. So they're just going to give me whatever shift they give me. And so if I'm working on Sunday nights, we might have to push it later, make it earlier, depending on what the schedule is. But we'll figure that out when we get there, Bird. But great work on the opening song. That was a fast turnaround. I tell you, that was when Bird said, okay, I'm going to quit. I was like, no, not yet. I'm trying to get the stupid thing edited. So I didn't get to put any finesse on it like I wanted to, but I just got it rendered out real quick. Hackame, or is that Hackme or Hackame? Says R.I.P. Big Bird. Yes, I heard about Big Bird as well. Since Big Bird's not as big in the nerd community, I didn't do a video including that, but, it is truly sad. But he was playing Big Bird for a long time, since I was like a baby. Luke Dom, I should say, Antrigger makes me laugh in French because I don't have to practice to say his name. Well, for you, then that's a lot easier. I'm sure Luke Fauvark has the same advantage. Darth Revan says Saudi Arabia lifted gender segregation in restaurants. Little steps. Hey, that's progressive, I guess, for them. Carlos says, hi, hope you're well. Hanging in there, my friend. Chrono says, did you see Boston Legal? I've seen the show a couple of times. I didn't watch it regularly. So that's all there is to say, really, I guess. Sarek says, yet Shatner and Takei are still around. Well, that's true. Shatner, Takei, Patrick Stewart. I mean, there's still plenty of Star Trek alums still out there, but they are aging. I mean, let's be realistic. And this is something that Mr. Miles mentioned to me earlier. We have to brace ourselves. Those of us in the fandom, Trekkies and Trekkers. Look, Patrick Stewart and William Shatner are not getting any younger. All right, so we need to be prepared for that. It's going to be difficult for us when either one of them go, because they are the two biggest icons of Trek. And so if you're a Next Gen fan, Patrick Stewart will be devastating. If you're a TOS fan, William Shatner will be devastating. And if you're just a general Trek fan, both of them are going to hit hard. But, you know, for me, obviously, William Shatner's death will hit me like a ton of bricks. One of one of my greatest nerd moments, was meeting Shatner just a couple of years ago, so I don't even want to think about it. So that'll be tough. When we're at our age, it kind of shows we don't have much time left. Yes, I know. That's the funny thing, DJ. I mean, people say when you're 50, you're middle-aged. No, you are past middle, my friend. Darth Aaron says, call it the P stream. Okay. Why would I call it the P stream? Darth Revan says, no idea why you said that. Do it with all the nerdlings. Would make a. Oh, you're talking about the joint live stream, the P stream? No, that would be horrible. Let's see. Aberjam says 80 to 85 years is average for male to die of natural causes. Yeah, it's not really. Yeah, and so considering that, you know, 2 at 79, 1 at 80, it's not like, you know, yeah. Bob Mike says, I don't think I get the Vile child on videos are one thing, but live makes some issues because of her mother. That's no problem, Vile. I totally understand, and I don't want to cause any family strife there. So, if you don't feel comfortable with her on the show, that's fine, but you could come on sometime, and I think that would be fun. Jeff, man, my allergies are killing me today. Come January, you have 200,000 subs and will not have to go to work. You know what, Jeff? If that were true, I would be in seventh heaven, believe me. And I don't think that there's much of a possibility of hitting 200,000 subs in 3.5 weeks. But if we did, holy crap, would that be awesome. He was good in The Patriot also. Yes. Richie says, ornery or horny? He was ornery. Can I say nerdlings? As far as I know, you can. Darth Vader says, Anchor, I think when somebody passes, you should have the turd upside down. You know, that's not a bad... And in fact, I actually need to change the turd anyway, because even though... hold on. Let me do that. And then... layout... Bear with me, guys. Sorry. There we go. So yes, the turd is upside down in honor of the passing. That's actually a really good idea, Darth Revan. So from now on a day of mourning, we shall have the turd upside down. Let's see. Max says Friday the 3rd of January will be my 55th birthday. Well, I am glad that you are here, my friend, because A, you're still alive, and B, you're a couple years older than me, so that makes me feel younger. Turd at half mast. Well, I can't really do half mast because the square is just the size of the turd, but we can flip it upside down to show in distress. And I think that's fair. Because we can't, well, I mean, I guess we could try to, like, if we flip it back, all right, you guys can decide. Let me flip it back, and then the half mast then would be, come on, stupid thing. The stupid boxes in XSplit want to get in the way. So like that. So you guys decide. Half mast shows the turd just peeking like that, versus upside down. I'll let you guys decide once I catch up on the chat to that. Night Breeze says, hey, how you doing? Mr. Trent says, sad we're never going to get our DS9 revisit. Very true. And by the way, guys, don't forget to put @AntiTrekker in if you want to make sure I read the comments, because it is going quickly today. Let's see. Stewart, E. McClellan, Shatner, all elderly, and Shatner is overweight at his age. And Jones, when they pass, they were who are our heroes. When one last passes, nerddom will be shook. Absolutely. When each one passes, it'll be difficult. When the last one passes, it will definitely be. It'll be one of the things, like, for example, when the last cast member of the original series passes away, that will be a tragic day. And the thing is, statistically, I'm going to see that day, and I'm going to hate it. Because those were my childhood heroes. I predict by this time next year, AntiTrekker will have over 100,000 subs. Bradley, I love your optimism. I love it, and I hope you're right. Rome Hater says upside down means turd in distress. That's why I was thinking of upside down. But you guys tell me if you think half mast. This is half mast because this to me looks like it's cute. You're like half mast. It's 1 a.m. here. I'll probably be up till 3, but worth it. Thank you, Aberjam. Although I'm not going to stream that long. This is going to be a fairly quick one. I just wanted to kind of touch in with you guys. Let you know it's sad to think of what happened today, but kind of give us a chance to hang out a little. I first saw René in an episode of The Bionic Woman in the 1970s. Was he? I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. And I missed. Chrono said half-assed. That's horrible. That is horrible. And let me see. Wow, what? That's weird. My hold on. Yeah, my stream's being my chat thing's kind of being screwy. Okay, so we've got some people saying half mast, some people saying upside down. Boy, it's going to be a tough one. I think what we'll do is, I'm going to do a poll in a minute here, so we'll see. Night Breeze prefers upside down. Resolute likes half mast, upside down, peeking. Half mast just looks like turd playing peekaboo. That's kind of what I was thinking as far as it kind of looks like it's trying to be cute. Could Joshua make the rainbow turd for you? Well, I could make a rainbow turd. That's easy. I can. That part I can do. I predict this time next week, Anti-Checker will have a ham sandwich. I can guarantee that's not true. I'm not a big fan of ham sandwiches. I don't hate them, but I'm not a big fan, so I wouldn't go out of my way for one. 69 viewers right now. Actually, I show 75, but yeah, that was a few minutes ago. Yeah, the viewership has been much higher lately. It's very exciting, and so all of you that are not here as of a couple of weeks ago, but hanging out now, thank you. When you do the upside down avatar, I think of an upside down flag, and that generally means state of dire distress, dangerous, not mournful. I know, but the thing is, half mast, like I said, that looks like it's trying to be cute, and I don't want it to feel like I'm trying to be cute about it. René was also in an episode of Charlie's Angels. Oh, I'll tell you, everybody was in an episode of Charlie's Angels back in the day. Chrono says, congrats on the 12.5. Thank you, my friend. How about Stars and Stripes turd in memoriam? Well, that... not sure what you mean there. Let's see. He played an artist who painted forgeries. Oh, okay, on The Bionic Woman. I just heard this. I loved Odo. René brought so much passion to his character. He was pivotal on DS9. I always remember Far Beyond the Stars' performance as the comic editor. He was great. And the funny thing about Odo's character, though, is like you can really see how René developed the character over time. Because go back and watch season 1 of DS9, you realize Odo doesn't feel like Odo in season 1 at all. You don't realize how subtly and gradually he developed, because it is very gradual. He did a great job of that, where you never felt like there was a sudden change in Odo. He just gradually became Odo. Josh and Rebecca are here. It says Odo and Big Bird on the same day. Yeah, no kidding. Isn't it sad that most sci-fi series are restricted to this galaxy? There's a big universe to explore. Well, Hank, to be honest, this galaxy is pretty big in and of itself. So if you set it in the Milky Way galaxy, I mean, come on. The Milky Way galaxy has got, how many billion stars in it? I don't think they're going to run out of locations. Darth Revan says, you should look into Vic Mingana situation, another actor who is after taking his role, he's been accused of the same allegations. Huh? Darth Revan, you and I seem to be on two totally different wavelengths. What allegations? René was on the Love Boat. That's another one. Boy, everybody was on the Love Boat. Like a folded flag, a Stars and Stripes turd for the deceased. Gotcha. Well, I don't want to take it too far. Wesley says, I will miss Odo indeed. Yeah, Odo season 1 is different even in the next season. Yeah. But you can see Odo changing throughout the series. He's constantly evolving as a character. You just need a black turd to show mourning. That might not be a bad idea, too. By next year, you'll be doing YouTube full-time and driving a Jeep, making Bird jealous. I would drive a Jeep just to make Bird jealous. Although I'll tell you, the car that I'm seriously thinking, if I could ever afford a new car, I'm seriously thinking that Tesla truck. I actually really like that thing because of how solid that body is. And I'm paranoid about safety after being in the last couple of accidents I've been involved in. Andromeda has 3 galaxies, but didn't have many places to go. Well, I assume you mean the show, because Andromeda is a galaxy. Love your work, says Silent Final. And the backstory of your love for Trek. Never knew Lucille Ball helped save Trek. Yes, she was a big part of it. And thank you. How about nothing on the screen? No turd. Well, let's try that. So we can just, like that, just to show that something is missing. We're missing the great Renee. Max says, quite a sad day indeed. How about a pic of Renee on that screen? That's not a bad idea. In fact, I happen to have one. Hold on. Give me just a second while I go to the folder where I was editing that video. And I will use, this is the picture of Renee that I actually used in the video today. So let's get the size about right. Good, that should be about right. And then we just need to move it down a couple spots. Hold on, almost there. There we go. So we got Renee on screen now. That's not a bad idea, Kronos. Rock Solid says last. Well, you're not last. Rome Hater was not on the love... Anti-Checker was not on the love boat. That's true. I was definitely not on the love boat. Let's see. Or rather, the main view screen. You know what? That's better, I think. Yeah, we should put Renee on the main view screen because he deserves that spot. Let's have to make it a little cut, but that's all right. There we go. And now we'll put the turd back on. Let me put the yellow turd and put that back in position. I'm messing around with everything so much. It's like, there we go. Vic Magina played Kirk in Star Trek continues. Oh, okay. And Janice just subscribed. Thank you, Janice. If you're here, thank you. If you're not here, well, thanks anyway. Vic played Kirk in Star Trek Continues, voice acted Broly in both Dragon Ball Broly movies. He was accused of sexual harassment. I did not know about that. So let's see. No turd left behind. Wow, okay. A sad day, 79 or 700 years of life, it's never enough. That's true. Yeah, and that's the thing. If Renee was 102, we'd still be sad. I mean, look at Betty White. Betty White is like, ridiculously old. And, when she goes, it'll be a sad day. Multi-Gunman, hey, Ed Trigger, how's it going? Sad to hear about Renee. It absolutely is. And I'm doing okay, all things considered. But, yeah, that's really sad. Turds in the missing man formation. I don't know. I don't know that I could pull that one off. Chrono says that works. Jeff says least.
Hello.
Mexican Iron Man, thank you so much. Puts $4.99 in the chat as everything is kind of out of position and screwy. Damn, we want to. Well, and I lost it. It says, damn. One by one, we lose great ones. Just finished rewatch of DS9 all seasons this summer. Thanks for honoring him, Trekker. You're a good man. Thank you, Mexican Iron Man. I appreciate that. And I'll tell you, I felt bad that I didn't get a video of DC up in a timely manner. I was trying to, and I can't remember what stopped me. And then, and so then when we lost 3 in a week, I just had to deal with that. That's just too much to. And Dave also just subscribed. Thank you, Dave. If you're here, thanks. If you're not here, well, if you ever see this, thanks. I met Renee on the Star Trek cruise a couple of years ago. What a lighthearted, fun-loving, kind and generous man. Great sense of humor, sad day. That's awesome. And England DG puts $9.99 in, says, DC Fontana pass, pour some liquor.
Hello,
and let that finish. Remember when women weren't a big deal in sci-fi? Neither does she. Amazing and inspirational writer. I will miss her. That's very true. And, DC, you talk about, I know lots of women like, especially these days, it seems, like to try and claim to have broken, new ground for women. DC, holy crap. I mean, and the funny thing is, she wasn't, in the modern age, you have these female celebrities that, Brie Larson and stuff, that will, be out there, charging out there, talking about how awesome they are for being strong women and blah, blah, blah. DC just did it, right? She didn't charge out there and try to steal the limelight and talk about how awesome she was. She just did it. And a lot of people, including myself, did not realize that DC was a woman for a very long time. Darth Ren says, I can't tell you in the chat, one too long, two algorithm has certain words that will trigger, but his co-stars lied about certain things and faked evidence. He's suing them. I can link to you. That's all right. I don't want to get into the mud right now, Darth Raven, but thanks. Because, yeah, mud is mud. Darth Maul says, Renee also did Police Academy movie, played the bad guy. Remember this as the first time I saw him without the makeup. That's what, you know, for me, it was like, I used to watch him on Benson long before DS9. And so that's really what I remembered him from. I did not remember, even though, you know, looking back on it, then I remembered, he was Father Mulcahy in the MASH movie. I didn't remember that, but I saw that in an article today. Aberjam thinks the view screen photo is the best idea. Yeah, me too. I think that's the appropriate way to do it. Rome Hater says, sorry, I meant Renee was not on the Love Boat, not according to IMDb, but nearly everyone was on that show. Oh, okay, Rome. Yeah, I didn't know if he was on there or not, but someone I think said he was. And there's Mexican Iron Man's $4.99. Thank you again, Mexican Iron Man. I truly appreciate it. You know, I really do. You guys are awesome, and the only reason that I can do this as much as I do. DJ says, me poo. Thank you, DJ. Put 3 versions of Renee in the view screen, Benson, Odo, and in real life. Well, this is the in real life for sure. I don't have a handy picture of Benson and Odo, but I could get them real quick. And so bear with me. Let's see. Odo is easy. And need to find the right shape of picture here to make it so it doesn't take up the whole screen. Oh, that's a good one. All right, so we'll use that one. Save image. All right, and then okay, Renee on Benson. Let's see if I can find a good picture of him from Benson. That one's in black and white. Oh yeah, and of course he was in Star Trek VI, in at least in the extended edition. And oh man, why is it? It's like all the pictures of him from Benson are like group pictures, and a couple in black and white. I'm trying to find a good one of just. Oh, there we go. There's a good one. Let's see. And save image and put that as. All right. So now let's see if I can pull this off here. Bear with me, guys. Sorry for taking so long. Even it's like all this just to get a couple of pictures up there for just a few minutes. And Captain MKG put $5. Says sitting down for dinner before heading out, driving in for the night. R.I.P. Renee. He will be missed. Absolutely. Thank you, my friend. All right, so this is Renee from his Benson days. Yes, that cheesy mustache. That's all Renee. So we're just going to make these smaller pictures, otherwise it will be like way too much. And then, where's the other one? Whoops. Audio and rest in peace. And actually I need to put this one over here. And here he is as Constable Odo. Okay, good. So now, bear with me to do a little bit more, There's that one, and then maybe this one. There. There's our little Renee thing. So there he is from Benson, shortly before he passed, and as Odo. Let's see. So there you go, rock solid. All that for nothing. Lung cancer. Smoking is a funt. Yeah, it is. Although, I don't know, was he a smoker? Because not everybody that dies of lung cancer got it from smoking, you know. I know a lot of people assume that, but I don't know if he was or not, to be honest. How old is Odo? Well, Odo is ageless, but Renee was 79 when he passed. So there's England's $10. Thank you again, England. I truly appreciate that. And yes, DC was an amazing woman. Of the three who passed this week, I think she had the most impact to me. But you know, Renee, you know, he was everywhere back in the day. And so let's see. Wesley is in the house saying, "How's everybody?" Hey, my friend. Whoa, actually, it skipped ahead. Let me rewind the day here. Kronos said that's a good pick of Renee. Thank you, Kronos. And Striker Nightfall says, "I watched him on Benson as well." Yes. And he was always Renee was the jerk, you know, of the house. He basically was. I'm trying to remember, was he the cook or was he the just the head of the staff at the house? But he was like, I think he was the. I'm trying to remember, but he was always, he hated Benson. And so Thomas puts in $4.99, says, "My new phone opens by my face. Screen didn't break." Well, that's good. That is very good that you didn't break your screen yet, especially if you use your face to open it. You know, I know Bird of Prey, if he said, "Use your face to open the phone," hey, it's not working. Sorry. But Uber Chat number one, you got it, my friend. Let's get a little lighter going on.
This is CNN.
Enough about politics. I'm hooked. I'm gonna dance for you.
All right, so Nightbreeze says, "Me poo." Thank you, my friend. Rough year for the Trek family, says Mr. Captain. Absolutely has been. Let's see. Roxall says, "I'm making an image for you. What size works?" Well, if you're making is the image for to put up on the screen, you can put pretty much any size, but the better resolution, the better. And I don't know. Let me check what that was. Oh, thank you. That was Mrs. Antitricker. She's listening in. So he was chief of staff on Benson. But yeah, he was always a thorn in Benson's side, and Benson was always a thorn in his side. And I love their barbs back and forth. They were great. But yeah, Roxall, if you're making an image for the screen here, I can put pretty much any size that you can conjure. But the higher resolution, the better the detail on it. Renee was a dick in Star Trek 6. Well, not really. He was just came up with a great method of trying to extract Kirk and company. And Indy Tiger puts $8 in, says, "Trek would not be Trek without DC." Indeed. And that's something, you know, a lot of people, I know I said it in my, it's funny because I did this, the whole video about why I'm called the Anti-Trekker. Then DC passed away. And it's like, that was one of my problems when trying to come up with a DC video. I didn't want to sound like I was just rehashing what I just said about her, because I said quite a bit about her in my why I'm the Anti-Trekker. And between her and Gene Kuhn, that's where the entirety of the original series came from, except for the basic concepts that we saw in The Cage that Gene Roddenberry came up with. But as far as the flavor of the characters and everything, and the type of storytelling, that was Gene Kuhn and DC Fontana all the way. So yes. There's Captain MKG's $5. Thank you again, my friend. Wesley says, "How's everyone?" We're sad today. Firthy 2002 says he also guest starred in an episode of SG-1. Was it? I don't remember if I remember. I don't remember if I've seen that one yet. "I'm painting my house up since 5 a.m. Exhausted." Wow, Darth. That sucks. But I'm sure your house will look much better afterwards. Let's see. And there goes. Let's see. "Could you do an all hands to battle stations?" Not sure what you mean by that, Hank. But all hands to battle stations. Is that what you mean? Where's our little friend? Where's Puppy? I demand a puppy. The puppy is downstairs. This was a quick stream. I was not planning on. Oh, there it is. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Miles. Mr. Miles sent me, because he is just like really quick on stuff like this. Because you guys got to know, Mr. Miles is absolutely obsessed. And of course, then my Skype crashed on me, so let me reload it. Obsessed with SG1. And so let me bring it up. There is Renee from SG1. So obviously a little bit later, but not a lot later than DS9. Wait, Renee, DC, and who was the third? The third, oh man, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name already, is, jeez, Jeffrey Hunter? Or no, not Jeffrey Hunter. That was don't tell me, I know it. Oh man, I'm just completely blowing it now. The kid that played, well, it's funny, you think of him as a kid, but he was Charlie X. So let me see if I can bring it up. Robert Walker Jr. Man, I can't believe that. So Robert Walker Jr. was the third. He was also 79, same age as Renee. And England DC put $4.99. The passing of DC is in a line with passing of Asimov. We lost a visionary. We lost a mother. You know what? You are dead on, England. And I couldn't quite finish the rest of it. Let's see. We lost a visionary. We lost a mother. We lost a friend. Yes. And yes, she was a true bleeding edge. And she had her vision was great, which is where we, like I said, so much of Trek came from her. And the fact that she broke ground without boasting about breaking ground. I love that. I absolutely love that. Darth Maul says the reports are he had cancer. I didn't even know he was sick. Yeah, Renee died of lung cancer. I'm not sure on the other two. I hadn't bothered to look it up because I don't like getting into the morbid details on that if I don't have to. And let me see, what was that? Okay. Hold on. Let's see what's going on here. So, just so you know, so someone basically put into the chat, and that's what I was one of the moderators making sure that I was aware of what was going on. Someone said in the chat how sick I am for making money off of the death of Renee, because a few people have super chatted, obviously. And let me tell you something. First of all, on my channel, and if you're still listening, I seriously want you to hear this. On my channel, one thing you don't hear me do is only read super chats. You don't hear me say, hey, everybody, be sure to super chat me, okay? The only time we talk about super chats is when somebody else brings it up. And so, do I read all the super chats? Yes, but I do that out of common courtesy. I also read as many of the regular chats as I can. Now, you may not, I'm not here trying to make money off of the death of Renee. I'm here because I'm one of the nerd community, and we're all kind of rocked by what's going on over the last week. Now, some people want to throw a couple bucks my way because they appreciate what I did, or as a thank you, or just to get a little extra attention to a particular topic. That is their choice. And I understand where you're coming from. But if you don't want to watch a live stream that deals with this subject, you don't have to. All right? But no, I'm not. And the thing is that I would do this live stream regardless of whether or not anybody super chatted or not. And I've done entire live streams where nobody has super chatted. It's not a requirement. But I'm not going to turn it off in case somebody wants to. Speaking of which, Mecha Random is in the house. Through a $2 super chat. Thank you, Mecca. And says R.I.P. DC, Renee, and Charlie. Yes, thank you. And you know what? Here's the thing about super chats. I know it can feel like, oh, you're trying to cash in on something. And people are the content creators. Like, I know Mecca's been accused of this before. And obviously I have, and other people have been. And you know what? It's, first of all, do we want to make money doing YouTube? Sure, of course we do. But that doesn't, you know what? Do you, if you watch the CBS special edition, or like Time Magazine puts a special edition about the passing of DC Fontana, right? Which they may do, and so if they do that, are they just trying to make money off of the death of that person, or are they putting that out in honor of that person? You make the call. And England DG, oh my goodness, England, you did not have to do that, but thank you, my friend. Puts a $99.99 super chat in there. Says the Ant Checker is only here to make money, and if you think that, you are silly. England, thank you. And I know, and let me tell you guys, England has been around for a long time on this channel. He's been a great supporter of the channel. I truly appreciate that, England. It touches me more than I can say, but yeah, and you're right. Yeah, if I was just here to make money, trust me, I would have quit a year ago, because this channel, this channel has been my sole source of income for the majority of this year, because I've been off work so much from my knee. And then I was doing the math, and guess how much money I made off of YouTube this year? About $12,000 up until this, this coming payday is going to be the largest by far that I've gotten. So let's not pretend that, I'm like getting rich off of this. Anyway, Darth Maul says he definitely rocked that 70s stash. Looks like Ron Jeremy. He actually, he's one of the few people that could pull off a stash like that. He does it well. And let me see. Hold on. Oh, gosh. Everything just got screwed up on my chat. There's the puppy comment. What the heck happened that time? Let's see. Oh, my God. Before it ends. Yeah. Man, what the heck? Okay, there it is. All right. Darth Red says, Daisy Ridley is getting backlash for saying she's not more privileged than her co-stars. Well, Daisy Ridley's an idiot if she actually says that. Wesley says, I hope I get home before this ends. Oh, well, at this rate, you probably will, because I'm way behind in the chat, and I got 90 people watching. Thanks for all the checked out Vile Childs in my video. Yeah, and if you haven't already, Vile Mike put out a video. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but either after the stream, or even if you want to break away from the stream for a few minutes and watch it, Vile Mike does great videos. Check him out. AOC is very smart, knocked out. Okay. And there's Indie Tigers, $8. Thanks again, Indie Tigers. Says Trek would not be Trek without DC. Indeed. Rock Solid says check email for image. Rock Solid, you gotta kill me here. I'm trying. Whoops. Let me come over here. See, what did you do? And well, I don't know which email you sent it to. That's the problem. Did you send if you sent it to the Roxall, did you send it to the TNN one? If you did, then Mr. Miles actually would get it, not me. So Mr. Miles, will you check the TNN email, see if Roxall sent an picture? Yeah, I just said TNN. So Mr. Miles, if you hear me, please check to see if you have an image from Roxall and send it to me on Skype. Let's see. Nightbreeze says he'll go back and watch it after my stream's over. Thank you, Nightbreeze. You should check it out. How's Mrs. Trigger? Hope she is well. Tell French name of Brigitte. We are hoping she's doing amazing. Yes. And it is it's Brigitte, not Bridget, but yes, which is the French spelling of the Irish name. And Kronos says, are you be rocking at the moment? Many eyes. I mean, yes, we're definitely got a lot of eyes on right now, which is exciting. But sometimes that brings on people that want to get mad because, oh, I can't believe that you're streaming and talking about something terrible. Well, you know what? We're the nerd community when good happens, and we're the nerd community when bad happens, and we hang out and talk about it. So, and Mr. Miles sent me the image. Thank you. Nice. And so here is, let me switch over. This is the image that, look at that. That's a nice little composition there of him recent. Obviously the Benson up there and Odo. So good work, my friend. And let's go back to main screen and go here, and then let's see, save as. You guys are killing me with all this stuff. All right, so we'll just save that right there, and then. But that's okay. Today, I wonder, will this work or will I? There we go. I'm just going to leave it on a larger scale there because, hey, you know, the passing of a great. All right. And let's see. Where were we? Okay. And there's that. Okay. Name is just fine, but Mr. Hanky Avatar is really annoying. The anti-trigger name is fine, but the Mr. Hanky Avatar is annoying. I understand some people don't like it. However, Hank, there is meaning behind it. If you haven't seen it already, you should check out my Why I'm Called the Anti-Checker video. They're actually, and that's the thing. It is, in fact, and this is something that happens on YouTube. There are a lot of people on YouTube that once they get big, so to speak, if they're successful on YouTube, they do get kind of full of themselves. They think they're, you know, and the same thing you see, I mean, Hollywood celebrities do this all the time. They think, oh, all these people think I'm awesome, therefore I'm awesome. And so, you know what? No matter how big this channel gets, no matter how successful I may be on YouTube, I am just a piece of crap. Period. So I understand why you may not like it, Hank, but it goes with where I'm at with this. Shadowcat says, Wazdak. Not sure what you mean there. There's Wesley's dollar. Thank you so much, Wesley. I do appreciate it. And England's $4.99 for the passing of DC. Yes. I tell you, it is tragedy that this week has been rough. Shadowcat, Anttrigger was also born, Anttrigger was also in a town called Eureka. Are you saying I was in a town called Eureka? Are you saying that Renee was in a town called Eureka? Because I have family in Eureka. Too many of these idiots trolling the stream. Too many of these idiots trolling the streams these days. But you know what, DJ? That's why I've got a great moderation crew, and you're one of them. So you know what? That's okay. Did Bird of Prey get his name right after I left the stream? No, Thomas. He pronounced it about 17 different ways, but no. Don't forget Nog early this year. I know. That's the thing. It's really been a crazy year. And you know what? I got to say, I honestly have to say that I have been neglectful as far as part of my responsibility, you know, even though I don't think of my channel as being big in any way. Although it's funny because when I had 1,000 subs, I would have said, oh yeah, 5,000 subs, you're a big channel. When I had 5,000 subs, I was like, oh yeah, 10,000 subs and you're a big channel. And you get 10,000, I think, oh yeah, well, 25,000 subs, you're a big, you know. So we always think that the next guy up is the big channel and we're not. And so even though I don't think I'm a large channel, I'm large enough to where I've neglected my responsibilities here. I should have put up a video about Nog when he passed away. I absolutely should have put up a video about DC the minute she passed away, and I'm going to try to be better about that in the future. And I will ask you, Mr. Miles, as my editor-in-chief, to remind me that if someone important in the nerdosphere passes away, that you hit me up. You know you have my direct contact information. You're one of the few people that can reach me 24/7, Mr. Miles. So if you know whatever it takes, get a hold of me and I will get something up as quickly as possible because it is my responsibility to pass that along to you guys. So I deeply apologize to all of you for not doing it up until now, and I absolutely want to do a better job of that moving forward. Trustin says, I turn 42 tomorrow. It's true what they say. The older you are, the faster time goes. Like, this makes it seem even faster. You know what? It is true. But here's the worst part. When you're 42 is when you're officially old. I've proven it. And someone just subscribed, but Odo blocked away. Stiff silence. Something like that. Just subscribed. I just realized that this is like, you know, block any notifications, but that's okay. He's more important than any notifications. The 42 is officially old, Trustin. So here's the deal. Because you're 41 today, you're 42 tomorrow. So here's the deal. You ready for this? When you were 21 years old, you were out partying like crazy, right? You're probably having a good time with your friends and all that. Hopefully you remember that still. And so when you were out partying at your 21st birthday, a baby was being born. Guess what? Tomorrow that baby's going to be out partying. You're old. It's over. It's all downhill from here. Welcome to the old age club, Trustin. And let's see. Wesley says, I need a good laugh. Number 15. You got it, my friend. Yes, we could all use a good laugh on a day like this. And, what's this? Bruce Lombardo put $10 in. R.I.P. Odo and the man who did Oscar the Grouch and Big Bird. Yeah, it's like, wow, what a day. So, number 15, and thank you, Bruce. I truly appreciate it. And, man, we gotta laugh together. We gotta cry together. And this is a cry together kind of day.
Sir, we are being hailed.
On screen. What is your problem?
I am Lore.
Do you need help?
I have a YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Lore Reloaded.
Let me guess, the rubber band broke, right?
I make YouTube go.
I do love that one. And I got to say, Lore Reload was great sport for recording that for me. And he did record it for me just for that super chat. So he is a good sport. Too bad it wasn't Alex Kurtzman and J.J. Abrams and Les Moonves instead of the 3 Star Trek legends. You know, Jace, I really appreciate the sentiment, but as much as I do, let's not wish bad things on people and just focus on celebrating the lives that have passed. I know it's easy to think that kind of thing because of what Alex and JJ and Les have done. But, you know, I don't want to wish harm on anybody. I would rather just think about, the greatness of René and DC. And now I'm forgetting his name again. Oh, man, I can't believe it. I'm just like having such a rough time with his, but Charlie X, the 3 of them. For some reason, I keep wanting to say Jeff, and it's not Jeff. I'm just, it's driving me crazy. Darth Vader says, nerds unite, indeed. Darth Maul says, Patrick Stewart is 79. The Shatner is, 88, and the rest of TOS cast are in this age range. The day DeForest Kelly passed, I knew the days would be here when they would pass. I know. That's the thing. I mean, DeForest Kelly being the first was a shock to exactly nobody. But yes, that kind of heralded what was happening in the age where we, the Trekkies and Trekkers, are going to have to deal with the fact that we're going to slowly be watching all of these people, these great people, pass away. From the original series, of course, first, Next Gen, very not too far in the distant future, and of course, on to DS9 and Voyager and all that. And it's going to be rough for all of us. And so, yeah. There's Mecca's $2. Thank you again, Mecca. My favorite YouTube harpy. I do appreciate it, my friend. And I'm sure we'll be talking about this on Wednesday. If you're still here. If you're not still here, well, then I'm just saying it. Anti-Lore Reloaded says, we just like to throw money at you for Mrs. Anti-Trekker. Well, that's a good enough reason as far as I'm concerned, because Mrs. Anti-Trekker is the best person on planet Earth in my book. DJ says there's a small group of trolls going around for anyone remotely named the Phantom and attacking any little thing. This is what some of us are watching more closely in the comments. Yeah, it's annoying. I've noticed it a few times now in some of my recent videos. Like some guy that called himself James Bond 007 was trolling me on the James Bond video. Stuff like that. It's going to happen, and that's the thing. The larger the channel gets, the more it's going to attract trolls, and that's where I'm going to need you guys to jump in when you see that kind of thing. And I do appreciate you guys doing that, because we want this channel to be a welcome place for people of differing opinions, not a place for people to be jerks. That's not what we're about. Thomas says, a stream when someone didn't super chat, must have missed that one. That's happened a few times. And in fact, Thomas, it's like usually like if you're not around. Because it's funny because, Thomas, you almost always start my live streams with a $1.99 super chat. But A, you didn't always do that. And B, every now and then you're not here. And sometimes, and like I said, I would do the live streams even if super chats were completely disabled, because I love hanging with you guys. But it's just sometimes, nobody wants to super chat. That's if I was just here for the super chats, then that would be stupid, because the other side of it is that the super chat revenue is nice, but it's inconsistent, and so you have to build up a channel so you're getting ad revenue, because that's a little more consistent than super chat revenue. And there's England DG's ridiculously generous $99. Thank you, England. I do truly appreciate it. I don't deserve all the support that you've given me, but I do truly, from the bottom of my heart, my friend, appreciate it. I've been following you for some time, and I love your content. I admit that I can't afford tipping. It's no biggie, Hank. And by the way, and you may or may not have heard me say this in the past, but let me say this, and I've said it about 150 times. I never, ever want anyone to super chat or donate or do Patreon or subscribe at antichecker.com or any of that stuff unless they can afford to. If you cannot afford to, if you're struggling to pay your own bills, then for God's sakes, don't give me your money. All right? Now, granted, am I rich? Heck no. I'm struggling to pay the bills myself. But you need to take care of you and yours first. Now, then, if you can scrounge up a couple of bucks, I say this, and this is something that I actively do. I'm not being a hypocrite here. I don't have a lot of money to spare, but I give a couple of bucks here and a couple of bucks there to about a half a dozen different channels that I like. All right. So if you go to my Patreon page, you'll see channels that I support, such as Doomcock, and other channels that I genuinely support because I want to, spread it out a little bit. I think we all should. Mecca says, I feel like it's buying the mourners a drink at a wake. That's all super chat is for Memorial. You're right. I like that. I like the way you think of that, Mecca. And it's just, yeah, man, it's a tough one, because I know that, is it immoral to capitalize when, to do a live stream when something like this happens? Well, I was going to do a live stream this evening before I found out that René passed away. And so I'm not going to cancel the live stream just because René passed away. Now, I could have named the live stream something else. Like I could have done one of my standard names, making fun of Bird of Prey, or just saying, I can't believe how crazy things are. I could have ignored it. But, a Trek star at the level of René passing away is not something you can ignore. And we'd all be talking about it regardless. So that's all there is to it, really. We're here to honor René. Thanks, Antichecker, for being here and doing this. Thank you. Thank you, Richie. And it is my absolute privilege. Carlos says, I've made a bunch of jokes on a couple of live streams tonight, knowing of who passed. I'm not trying to make laughs on the dead. I just think sometimes it helps when there's a loss. I'm with you there. I truly, when I pass away, I want people to have a good time at my funeral, memorial service, or whatever you want to call it. I don't want people to be all down and dreary and sad about it, because to me, you celebrate the life. You don't, granted, yes, you're going to mourn. Yes, you're going to miss them. But the memorial, this is like our little mini memorial for René. And this is just a time for us to get together and try to comfort each other as best we can. And yeah, maybe have a laugh along the way. There's nothing wrong with that. And, all you got to do is look at that picture of René from Benson and realize that he's like the only man in the world that can wear that mustache without being registered as a sex offender, to realize what a great guy he was. So, yeah. And so that's really all. And John DeMarco says, saying just that. Thanks for hosting a memorial for René. You're more than welcome. Like I said, it is truly my privilege. I don't think Trigger likes the new avatar I made him. I'll share it on Discord. Yeah, the twisted, messed up one. Well, yeah, it doesn't really make that much sense. Make money, bro. You more than earned it. Thanks, Bradley. But that's not, yes, I want to make money off of YouTube, but I want to get to a point where it's sustainable, where me and Mr. Miles can do this full time. That's the ultimate goal. And you know what? I think it'll happen. I just think it's a matter of patience. And in some cases, we're like right now, Mr. Miles and I are trying to work out the kinks with some of the. It seems like the latest version of Resolve does have some bugs in it that are kind of getting in our way right now. So hopefully we'll be able to get past that and move forward. If you want Trigger to see your comment, you need to type Anti-trigger, yes, thank you. If you're relatively new on one of my live streams, while I never ever require that you super chat for me to read your comment, please put @anti-trigger in the comment or I will miss it. Because the chat, with 89 people in the chat right now, I'm just falling, and Mr. Miles is loving to point this out, I'm falling further and further behind. So if you don't put @anti-trigger in, I will miss it. And so I'm going to try to punch through as many of these I can before I wrap it up. Anti-trigger's Bird of Prey 5 minutes behind in the chat. I know it's crazy. I'm gonna crush through some of this. Vile Mike says, thank for the plug, Anti-trigger. My brother from a Hobbit mother. Thank you, my friend. Darth Raven says, I hope you will be okay after the nerd loses man. Wait, what? I hope you will be okay after the nerd losses man. Oh, it don't send you down. Nah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And no, I'm not checking Discord. And there it goes. See, I hate that. What happens is the chat gets screwy sometimes. So, wow, I really am way far behind, aren't I? Lordy. Let's see. There we go. Darren Wagner's in the house. Hey, good to see you. Got the notification just now. Sad day. Coincidentally, my dad and I were just watching What We Left Behind, and we're commenting on Aaron Eisenberg having died. Now Odo too. Yeah, it hits hard, doesn't it? Funny story. Saint Bridget, Irish name, was actually a goddess before being declared as a saint. She was a rival to St. Patrick. Churches used hilarious propaganda for both, and they said saint, and then he continues somewhere else, and I probably won't see it, so we'll move on. Rockstar says, not bad for my phone and rocking the baby. We do a special horror Trek stream this coming Friday. Oh, because Friday the 13th? I don't know. I was thinking of doing something for Friday the 13th. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Have been following you for some time, and I love your content. I admit that I can't afford tipping, but I will tell my friends about your channel and support you any way I can. That's all I ask, Hank. Is if the whole like, comment, subscribe, and share, that's how the channel grows. And if the channel continues to grow, then me and Mr. Miles will eventually be able to do this full time, and that'll be freaking awesome. Darren says, I'm still hoping for a new DS9 miniseries. Renee's son, Remy, could play Odo. I don't know. I haven't seen Remy, so does he look a lot like Renee? Could he pull off an Odo? Patrick's finger glowed like E.T. and St. Bridget healed sick if you hang a rag on the line, and she'll bless February 1st. We still do it. Well, you Irish are insane. That is true. Chief Cook says, actually, did you know DC wanted Yar to be chief engineer of the Enterprise? Yes, and I think that would have been better because I think having a Klingon on the ship that was not the chief of security was stupid. What about holiday-themed avatars like Christmas Poo, St. Patrick's Day, Leprechaun Poo, and so on? I'm thinking about that. Right, right now we just did the red, green, yellow system because of the knee pain, because every day people would ask, how am I feeling? And so that was a quick way for people to be able to see it without having to explain it 17 times per live stream. Darren says, while I do understand the intended meaning behind the poop emoji, I still think it's uncouth. I would have picked something less disgusting. I understand, Darren, and you and I have talked about it, but it's kind of become my thing now, and it's like, I can't just get rid of it now. I mean, I've been doing this for 2 years. Renee and Brent Spiner worked together on a play in Texas back in the early 80s. I did not know that. Chrono says, I'm a troll from time to time. Well, we all troll from time to time, but then there are people. But here's the thing. You guys joke around from time to time. That's all cool. I mean, we can all take a little ribbing every now and then. But when people get on and are seriously trying to attack, no, we don't have time for that crap. Von Mike says, maybe I need some cutesy avatar like anti-trigger emoji, bird's head in a jar, Mecha's robot. Yes, you do. Did you see a town called Eureka later? The later seasons when they went back in time and they went and changed the kid no longer had autism. That wasn't cool. I didn't know about that, but I never saw the series. I was thinking about the city of Eureka, California. I have family there. Darren says, when I hit 500 subs, I'm going to make a video explaining why I'm called Darren Wagner. It's probably only going to get about 30 seconds long. Yeah, because my parents named me Darren. And let's see. Bruce put his $10 in, says R.I.P. Odo and the man who did the Oscar, the Grouch Big Bird. Yes, Bruce. Thank you again. I do appreciate the support. And yeah, it's a sad, sad week for nerds. Have you been able to discern yet if changing your channel icon has helped your visibility? I think, honestly, Amberjam, that the silver version, that's zoomed in so it doesn't look like a turd, I don't know if that's helped the visibility, but I think that a few more people are willing to click on it because they don't see a turd there, honestly. But what's really helped the channel visibility is breaking 10,000 subs. Rocksaw says, Antrigger, put the René image over your face. It fixes so many issues. All right, there you go. Bruce is saying hail to the chat. Let's see. Gary, Truck95 says, if you need to ask Mecha Random to join you and Bird for your new outro. Yeah, probably will, but the first couple of shows will probably be just me and Bird as we try and figure out. But because we're going to have to see what my schedule's going to be like after the first of the year. Please stop scaring the babies. I'm sorry, I'll try. You use the word old too much, Anti-Trekker. I'm not sorry for saying that. Well, you don't have to be sorry. And Chan1 just subscribed. Thank you, Chan1, if you're here. Well, I am old, and so I own it. Darth Revan says, I remember my... You know what? I'm sorry. Well, no. I guess I do look better that way, don't I? I remember my cousin being born. I remember holding her and babysitting. She turned 15 in June. I'm 31. I feel ancient. Shut up. You cannot feel ancient at 31, okay? Just shut up. Wesley says, Number 50 really does make me laugh every time. Something about that Data laughing is awesome. I love that. That's like the best thing. I heard Laura is an uncute Ewok. Yes. For those of you that didn't hear, I talked about this in my Rational Roundtable stream this morning. True story. So, Lore Reloaded, good friend of mine, friend of the channel. His birthday was just the other day. And so, we went by his house yesterday to give him a birthday cake. And Mrs. Antricker made this insanely beautiful chocolate cake with like 5 different kinds of chocolates. Chocolate custard in the middle, a chocolate cake with like chocolate pudding in the chocolate cake, and then chocolate chips, Ghirardelli chocolate chips with Hershey's chocolates. It's just a beautiful cake, right? And so we go drop it off for Lore Reloaded. And now if you saw that when I did the Super Chat video of Lore, he had a goatee in that, but now he has like a full beard. And I've joked many times on this channel that I think Lore looks like an Ewok with that beard. And I told that to Lore, and when we dropped off the cake, I said, I kid around that you look like an Ewok like that. And he's like, yeah, you think so? And then he looks at Joshua, and then he says, Joshua, do you think I look like an Ewok? And Joshua says, yeah, kind of, but not cute. So, yeah, Joshua... Yeah, he says things like that. So, it was funny. Marina Sirtis' husband passed. Wow, really? Are you serious, Jeff? That's messed up. I feel bad for Marina. But dang, same day as René? Since René has passed, the character of Odo is now gone. There's anything you wish Odo, the character, had done in Star Trek that we did not get to see? I don't know. I liked his character overall, but I can't think of anything in particular I wanted him to do that we didn't get to see him do. Who played Charlie? Oh, you're going to ask me that again? All right, it was... Charlie X was played by Robert Walker Jr. He was 79 years old when he passed last Thursday. Kronos is Groot. And let's see. Trustin says, thanks, Anthony. Now I have 2 reasons to be sad. Oh, get off my lawn. Yeah, get used to saying that, buddy. Get used to saying that. You're going to say it a lot now. Jay says, if I had a son, I would like to name him Shatner as a first name. Not bad. I could never get away with it. Mrs. Antricker would kill me, but not bad. Mrs. Antricker must be an amazing person to put up with you on a daily basis. She truly, truly is. All right, what did Wesley do? Hold on, let me see. You guys trying to slow me down here? What's this? Okay. I'm not sure what, so is that like a character from a game or something? I'm not sure. You're looking at... I'm not sure what you're talking about here, but I see it's like a video game character. Looks like an Ewok kind of thing. So not sure what the point of that one was, Wes. Let me get back here because I gotta get. Let's see. Oh, it's Lore. Yes. Lore is definitely, I think, a Rancor Keeper. I said he's kind of a cross between an Ewok and a Rancor Keeper. All right. Mr. Miles says, Antrick, I tried to only jump. Let's see. I tried to only jump in when you go after the trolls. They're so not worth it. They don't deserve any attention. Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. But, Mr. Miles, I appreciate your support. I do. But yes, I know I sometimes do that too much. Mecha Random, or that's average. I'm saying to Mecha Random, you should convince Antricker to bounce for super chats. I don't think that I would get super chats by bouncing. Mecha has certain appendages that make it so that if she bounces for super chats, people will super chat. My appendages make it so that if I was bouncing, people would, just leave the live stream. Did you enjoy your battle with that troll on Twitter? Yes, I did. Mainly because I was able to keep my cool and basically made the person look like an idiot. Mr. Miles says, and by go after, I mean respond. I know. Well, hey, I didn't make the video. I did not make the video. Captain Engage, just to be clear, I give you a super chat because the green plant that is legal in Colorado is not legal in Tennessee. Well, I do appreciate that. Darth Maul says, we mourn for those that pass that have us, I assume, given us great entertainment, but we should also pray and give our thoughts to their family and friends too. We're all in mourning this week. Absolutely, Darth Maul. And that's why I said in my video, my thoughts and prayers are to the families and friends of these three incredible Star Trek alumni, because they're going through hell right now because they just lost a family member or a friend. But not only that, think about this. If you are a family member of René and he passes, what are you going to get? Not just your family and friends gathering together in mourning, but tens or if not hundreds of thousands of fans. Most of which with good intentions, well-wishers and stuff like that. But then you'll have the creepy fans that are like trying to, get a piece of memorabilia or something. And that want to show up at the funeral just to see his body and crap like that. Leave the families alone. This is not the time. All right. Yes, they know you're fans of his. Let's not go after the families. Let them have their space, because this is a difficult enough time. Anybody who's lost a family member knows it's not an easy thing to go through no matter what. And so don't put that extra pressure on them. I know we come from a good place in our heart most of the time where we want to, wish them well. But when we do that, we're not doing them any favors. Kronos says, don't worry, I won't give you any money. Thank you, Kronos, I think. As I'm writing this, I just got your notification. Dang, that's crazy. I can't believe I'm so far behind. Those flower companies need to be gone after. They make a fortune selling flowers to funerals. How sick. Yes, sarcasm. Trek95 says, will the beer be on you that day? On which day? When you pass away, I'll start writing the jokes. Now, just kidding. Well, yeah, you might want to. I'm getting old. Wesley says, when you pass away, Bird will live stream to get back at you for all those times. He probably will. Sometimes the only way to keep from crying is to have a good laugh. Agreed. And sometimes we cry even while we're laughing, and that's okay. When you pass away, when you ever get to heaven, you're going to have the best Comic-Con ever. Day 1, meet family. Day 2, stalk every dead nerd icon and get their autograph and become their friend. That would be awesome. And Indy Tiger says, the more I get into the community, the more I see how Star Trek YouTube creators support each other. Good to see. Absolutely, Indy. Most of us, and you know what, even those of us that disagree, like right now, I know I have a lot of disagreements with, say, Ketwalski. But you know what? This is not a day for disagreement. And so if he were on right now, I would be, just as supportive of him as I am of anybody else that's going through this one. When you pass away another 1,000 years down the road, we'll turn your funeral into a roast. I hope you do, and I hope you have a lot of fun at my expense. We're in luck, just like winter, Picard is coming. Hopefully Picard will be good, Mecha. That's the real trick. The photo of René and Benson is like a prototype for Joey Isuzu. Yes, Joey Isuzu! And the new Isuzu Trooper gets 5,000 miles per gallon. Man, anybody who remembers that is old. And yes, Isuzu used to have the best ad campaign by just blatantly lying about how awesome their vehicles are But then every time he would lie, they would put the correct information at the bottom of the screen. It was absolutely hilarious. Kelly Chow says R.I.P. Odo. Well, Odo, but yes. Thank you, Keely. Eric says, agreed, good sir. Don't want a funeral. I want a funeral. Yes. And Bruce says, I have a Pentium 200 with over 40 gigs of bad photos and grainy video. Wow. Darth Rev says, check MySpace. No, jerk. Check your AOL. Wow, you guys are just mean. Yes, I know I'm old. But, you know, that's funny because I never really had an AOL account. Thomas says, Irish insane. You SOB, you insulted 37% of my DNA. Well, that means you're only 37% insane. That's good, right? Girl says, wow, you looked a lot younger 2 years ago. Thanks, I guess. Cinco de Mayo emoji, mudslide. And actually, you know what? 2 years ago was before 2 deaths in the family, knee surgery and all sorts of other stuff. It puts, put a few miles on me. I'm serious from time to time. I always troll. Yeah, I can see that. And Mecha Random is just smiling about Baby Yoda because I know that's like the one thing that gives her joy right now, which is rare because Mecha Random doesn't normally feel positive emotions. Hank says, what would be your biggest wish for this new Star Trek show? Continue from TNG or pick up from newer content? Of a new Trek show, continue from TNG or pick up from newer content. I want something totally new, totally independent of the rest of Star Trek. You can set it in a time frame that hasn't been explored yet. For example, the post like in between TOS and TNG, there's a whole big assortment of stuff you could do in there. Do it post Voyager so you can just explore new territory. Anything other than trying to do these direct prequel things are a mess, like what they tried to do with Discovery. And Picard, we'll see. We'll see. The problem is with Picard, now Picard's kind of establishing stuff post Voyager, so we're going to have to see with Picard before you can do anything else. Let's see. Can we have Star Trek that picks up from the Orville? That would be good. I like the Orville. Do Klingon doctors always use bathlets? No, they use microliths. They're like microscopic bathlets. Pics of Renee aren't covering your 40-pound melon very well. Sorry. There you go. Jerk. Good evening, Anti-Trigger. We will miss you, Renee. But you won't miss me. I see how it is. Good evening. Just read that. Oh, right. So you hear someone say they feel ancient and you're saying, you're old? What the actual what? Well, when you complain that you're ancient at 31 years old, you've got a lot to learn. Darth Road says, can she make me that cake, please? I have birthdays. I'll tell you, that cake looks so freaking good. I did not want to give it to Lore. You want to feel old? I'll be 43 in 2 months. My oldest turned 17 a month ago, and my youngest turns 1 in 3 months. But I'm not a hobbit like the Anti-Checker. Jerk. Resolute says, that's amazing, and she hates Lore. I'm not sure who she is, but thanks, I think. That cake sounds like a chocolate coma cake. Yes, oh, man. Lore did post later that he thought it was really good. There's a game, Star Wars Empire War, in a unit called Ewok Slaver. Lore looks just like that character. Yes, that's the picture you sent me. Yeah, and the Ewok Slaver looks a lot like the Rancor Keeper from Return of the Jedi. Wesley says, check Skype after for a pic of Lore. I'm not checking anything. I got to get through this chat and before I can wrap it up. Jeremy Short says, from Marina's Twitter 40 minutes ago, I'm going to be gone for a while. My beloved husband passed away peacefully in his sleep last night. Wow. That's rough. I really feel bad for her. Robert Walker, is his brother the Texas Ranger? I think so. I carry the ginger gene, and if I had a son, since my last name's McDonald, I would call him Ronald. And I'm surprised Shatner didn't call his son Hatner. Shatner. That would, oh, jeez. That's bad. So far behind this being sent from next Thursday. Stop it, Rock Solid. I know I'm like all sorts of behind. And so I'm going to be wrapping it up for here, even if I don't get caught up. With Renee passing, I wish a 5th season for a small series of episodes of Enterprise would occur while the cast is still available. I know people want a continuation of DS9. It's not going to happen. I know it would be nice, but realistically, it's never going to happen. And by the way, guys, yes, I'm going to cut it off in a couple of minutes, regardless of if I get caught up, because I did promise Mrs. Anti-Trekker and Joshua that we could watch, I think, The Grinch we're watching tonight. 4 more from our Star Trek family has gone ahead of us to explore the undiscovered country. Nicely put. Oops, it's called Ewok Handler. Still, it's lore. Martin wants to know if I'm a Trekkie. Indeed, I am. Check out my video, Why I'm Called the Anti-Trekker, and you will see what I mean. Valor says, thank you for telling me about DC in your video about why you're called the Anti-Trekker. I never knew that about her. And wow. Oh, and what does it say? Rock Solid put a buck in. Thank you so much, Rock Solid. I appreciate it. If you're trying to slow me down, it's not going to work. But I will play number 17 in just a minute here for you. Anyway, I never knew that about her, and without you, I don't think I ever would have figured it out. No problem, Valor. I'm glad that if one person sees that and learns a little bit, that's awesome. And King's West, oh crap, I only heard because of this title. Yeah. Well, I just heard, like, I made that video real quick before let's see. I got it! Bruce put $2 in, said, new video on channel discussing Dark Horse Comics. Wow, Bruce, paying me for advertising. I can't complain. So check out Bruce's new video on Dark Horse Comics. Again with the word old, I know. I just seem to cry anymore. That's tough. And let's see, a couple more comments about Marina. That's really sad that her husband died. I don't even know what I would do with that. All right, so unfortunately the chat jumped again, and I'm going to have to just kind of run. I'm going to have to cut it off, to be honest with you guys. I'm truly sorry for all those chats I did not get to. However, I am going to, because Rock Solid did put that buck into the chat and wants his favorite thing in the world. Speaking of Lore Reloaded, remember, Mecca, if you're still with us, this could have been yours.
Hey, you want to learn about Jesus?
There's no such thing as hooker-client confidentiality.
Oh, man. And let me tell you guys, just a couple of closing thoughts here before I actually finish the stream, but I can't respond to any more comments because I'll get stuck here for the next hour and then I'll get in trouble. But I know that the channel's been growing. I know that the streams, we've about doubled our audience in the last couple of weeks, which is awesome. It does make it a little difficult to keep up on the chat. So remember, guys, to put the Anti-Trekker in, and when we get towards the end of the stream, yes, I'm going to have to cut it off at some point. And so it's just the cold, hard facts that I'm only human. So I apologize to all of you that have chatted that I didn't get to, but thank you for your understanding, because I know you guys appreciate the hecticness of what I'm trying to do with you. And, whoa, what's this? Another super tech says, however, donated $5. Thank you, however. No comment, just donated the $5, and I truly appreciate it. It looks like you did that through Streamlabs. That's why my phone went off as well. Don't forget to check out Vile Mike's new video if you haven't already. Don't forget to check out Bruce Lombardo's new video if you haven't already. So both of those worth checking. Remember, when the reason when I plug people like Vile Mike's video, Bruce's video, here's one thing: I don't just plug random people just because, you know, they ask me to or something like that. I only plug a channel because I know that they're a genuine member of the nerd community. I may not have seen all their videos. I'm not necessarily saying they're the best produced videos on the internet, but I know that Bruce and Vile are the real deal, that they are genuine nerds. I'm not, you know what you're never going to hear me say? Hey guys, check out the new video on John Campia's channel. Yeah, you're not going to hear that from me. Why? Because he's not the real deal. And I'm not going to suggest to people to go check out shills. Instead, I want us, the nerd community, to continue to grow and be healthy and support each other. And even if we disagree on stuff, that's all good. Anyway, and yes, I know, making jokes about my choice of phraseology there was bad. I should have known that somebody was going to make jokes about that. All right, just for that, I'm going to make you endure a little bit of birds singing then.
I'm just a streaming dirtbag, baby. Come to my live stream. Don't say maybe. It never ends till you go crazy with me. Oh, 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 oh. Don't say maybe. It never ends till you go crazy dirtbag, baby. With me. Come to my live stream. Don't say maybe. It never ends till you go crazy with me. Oh, 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 say maybe. It never ends to stream going crazy. With me, come to my live stream.
Dang it, Rock Solid. You had to throw in that $2 and get me back, you jerk. So I have a new video today, too. Well, in that case, yeah. And by the way, Rock Solid actually is a good channel. If you're into retro gaming, Rock Solid is very knowledgeable and very passionate about retro gaming. I highly recommend his channel. And he happens to have some material that was provided by Joshua. Yes, the same Joshua that does the animations for me. So I'm curious to see what you do with that. I don't know if you've done anything yet, Rock Solid. So check up Rock Solid's new video as well. So you got to check out Rock Solid, Bruce Lombardo, and Vile Mike. All of them got stuff to do. So there you go. Have a good one, guys, and live long and prosper. And yes, to Renee and Dorothy, and of course, forgetting his name again, Robert, all three of you, you know, on the other side, hey, you know, hope you get that convention set up, because when the rest of us get there, we expect there to be free refreshments. Just saying. Hey, was that another one? I can't tell. Let me see.
You son of a bitch, anti-tracker!
I know. That's always good old bird of prey. He's always angry at me for some reason. I don't know what his problem is, but you know, it's Bird. And we make sure. And Kronos put in $5. Kronos, you jerk! You said you weren't going to give me any money. You lied to me. You lied to me, Kronos. How could you do that? And so, of course, that means that. By the way, Rock Solid, you didn't ask for a super chat. I'm shocked. Did you want one? So Kronos, did you need Loreface? Okay, we'll put Loreface on. We'll even get the real one. And Kronos, if there's something you want, let me know by the time that Loreface is done, and I'll put it on for you. Otherwise, I will wrap it up at the end of Feces and Lorehead. I assume that's the one you mean, right? I think so.
Spinning Spock has space dyslexia. Next on Six Sad World.
Laura, this sucks.
let's go get some money. Hi. I'm Feces. This is Lorehead. Can we have some money?
Feces, Loreface. What kind of names are those?
My name is Lorehead, sir. Lorehead. Like, my head is full of lore. Get it?
Yeah. And I'm Feces. You know, like poop.
Anyway, boys, I sure could use a hand from a couple of strong young lads.
Okay.
You see, I've been stuck in this dang old hospital bed for nigh about a decade now, and I can't adjust it quite right. Can you boys reach that lever under the bed?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Just give it a nice hard yank.
Who said yank?
Yeah.
Hey, baby, come to Lorehead.
Lore, what are you doing with that lever? Come on, man, I want to turn.
Son of a bitch! You stupid kids, you don't ever listen. What the hell am I supposed to do now?
I don't know.
Damn it.
I do really like that one. It is a instant classic in my humble opinion. And so for Kronos, I'm going to pick one at random here. I'm not sure which one this is.
So, does anybody really know why we're fighting anyway?
Well, I think... Hey, didn't he vote for Trump?
He did.
Get him!
So remember, if anyone has an opinion, they're probably wrong.
Now we know!
And knowing is half the battle.
Alright guys, good night, take care, and rest in peace to the three we lost.